Hello friends, today I'm here to discuss about the 10th program of Advanced Java Programming Laboratory. What is this 10th program says that write a Java program to insert data into student database and retrieve information based on the particular queries, right? For example, insert, update, delete, search, display, etc. Okay. So here you look at it, you look at this particular figure. See what this particular figure demonstrates. See here we have Java application and you have database. See through Java application, so you are able to perform the operations on the database. See, you should able to perform the insert operation. You should able to perform the update, delete, search, and display. Right? See, what is the prerequisite of this particular program? See, you need to know about the essential of Java, the essential of Java database connectivity. Right? See, there are 6 steps for Java database connectivity. Right? You should know about the 6 steps. Okay. So then, okay. So then you should know how to create a queries for the database, right? Like insert, delete, update, display, search. Okay. So here, so I'll just demonstrate this particular program using the NetBeans editor. See here. Now for this, first you have to create one Java application. See, I'll show you this. See, you have to click new project, Java application, next, right? Program 10. Okay, click on finish. Right? What happens here? One Java applications will be created with the class name program 10. Okay. Now see here. Before that, you should know how to create the data in the database. So first you have to go to this control panel, that is XAMPP control panel. You have to go to this. After that, you should start the Apache and MySQL server. Then you minimize this. Okay. So after that, you have to go to this. See, I'll show you from the beginning. See, you have to type just localhost. Then you have to go to this PHP myadmin. Here you have to create the database. See, you have to click on this new. Okay. So the database name you give StudDB, student database. You create it. Okay. You see here the database will be created here. See, you can create the queries here. Right? You just give the table name. Inside this database, you create one table called student. Right? You include 4 columns. Right? Then you click go. Okay. Then, okay. So you have to give the column names here. Name, USN, branch, average. 4 fields you give. The first field type is you give varchar. So the length you can give your own length. USN, varchar, you give 15. Branch, varchar, you give 15. average. Okay, after doing this, you click save. And one more thing is that you please select this USN as, see, you just click save here. Okay, so after this, you go to the SQL structure, you're able to see this. See, so you're able to see this, the fields, just like name, USN, branch, average. So in this, you select one as the primary key. How you're going to select the primary key? You click on this more. There is one primary key option here. You just click on this. Then click on OK. Right here, USN acts as a primary key. Okay. Now this is the database I have created. So one student table I created inside the database, and I have the columns here with average, branch, name, USN, right? Now you go to the front end, you minimize this, you go to the front end. See, I'll just create this Java application. See what you're going to do it here. See, I have, in order to reduce the time, I'll just copy and paste the code. See, first I'll create one menu here, right? See here, I am going to create one menu. What is this menu? This is a function here. Okay, so you should able to, you're able to perform the insert, update, delete, display, and exit. Okay, so this is a function I created. So inside the main, okay, inside the main, so I'll do one thing. So inside the main, I'll use all these interfaces. What are the interfaces I am going to use here? I am going to use the connection, right? Statement, prepared statement, result set, string, right? This one, result set, all these interfaces I am going to use. Then I am going to initialize the string with a null and name with a null and URL, and I am going to create an object of the scanner class. Okay, so these are the things I'm going to do it here. I'll just copy this and I'll paste inside this main. Okay, see here, right, just I'll give one tab space here. So after this, see, you right click on this, just click the fix imports, right? So these are the packages will automatically be installed in your program, right? That is java.util.scanner, right? And one more, java.sql.connection, right? These are the packages you require here. Now next, after doing this, so I'll take another part of the code. So in this particular part of the code, I have try and I have catch. I'll use the try catch. See here, I'll just copy this part of the code. Then I'll paste it here. See what happens here. See, one more package you have to import, that is java.sql.driver manager. Okay. See, now what you are seeing here, I have created one try and catch, which is able to catch all the exceptions, right? Now you just see one important thing I told you, no, you should know about the essential of JDBC connection, right? See, what is the first step of JDBC connection? This is the first step here. You have to load and register the driver. See, this is a step one. You have to load and register the driver. See, this is a second step. Okay, so you have to connect Java application with a database using driver manager dot get connection. See, this get connection method will take the three parameters. One is the URL, root, and there is no password here. This is the step 2. Then after, then you have to assign it to this con reference variable, right? Here I am taking the infinite loop, right? Here I am going to take the infinite loop here to perform all the operation, insert, delete, update, right? Then display all the operations. Now here you see, I'll use this menu, right? Menu, I have built this method right here. Here I built this method, I'll use this here. I'll use this menu here. So this is an infinite while loop here, right? Now I'll enter your choice, in.nextInt I'll use, I'll store it here. Then in dot next line. Then you see here, in dot next line, right? So next I'm going to use the switch ch, right? So now I'll take the case 1 break. So here the different cases I'm going to demonstrate you. One is that insert, second one is the delete, third one update, like that I'm going to demonstrate here. See, now when I am going to execute this program, see here, see you will get this error, java.lang.class not found exception. See, you have to load the driver first. How you are going to load the driver? Right click on this, right? Add library. In this add library, you have this MySQL. See here, MySQL JDBC driver you have. You click on this, add library. See, after doing this, see, then you try to execute this first. See, now I am able to display this menu here. Enter your choice 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right? See, now still I have not performed any operation. I have not written any code here. So I'll just press 7. Then click. Next, I'm going to come out of the infinite loop. Now the infinite loop is working here. Okay. See, now I'm going to demonstrate you about the first case, that is insert the data into the database. See, I'll just copy this code and I'll paste it here. See here, this is an insertion code. See what happens here. See, I am entering the name, that is in.next line. I'm going to use an enter the USN, branch, average marks, right? Then I am going to insert into the student values. See, this is what you call it as a prepared statement, right? It is called as a prepared statement. That is see, when you're going to use the prepared statement and when you're going to use the statement, see, when you want to execute a parameterized queries, then you use the prepared statement. Parameterized queries means what? Parameters. See, just like question mark is there. No, this is called as a parameters, right? Later you're going to insert the values by using this setter method. See, this is a first parameter, first question mark, second parameter, third parameter, and fourth parameter, right? Now what you're going to do, you're going to set the first parameter. Now one name, second USN, third branch, fourth average marks, right? Right, this is a step 3. Step 3 is to create the statement or prepared statement, and step 4 is to you have to execute that prepared statement using this statement pst.execute update, right? Next, now you just execute this and just see this is working or not. See, Now I am going to perform the insertion 1, say, then insert the name Kumar, then USN MCA 02, then I'll enter the branch as MCA, right? So the average marks around 65%, right? So now the record has been inserted into the database. You just check that whether the data is been inserted into database or not. See here. So the 2 records has been inserted here. One is Kumar, USN, branch, and average. So this is about the insertion operation. So the next operation is the deletion operation. Updation operation. So this is the code, that is case 2 is for updation. See, now I'm going to perform the second operation, that is an updation operation. See, I have inserted this part of the code, right? I'll use this tab space. So now you just check it here. This is a case 2. So you are going to perform the update operation on the database. You're going to enter the USN name, USN and name. Then here you're going to create a query. What is that query? Update student set name is equal to question mark, where your USN equals to question mark, right? So here what you have to do, you're going to set the name where USN, right, based on the USN, right? So then you're going to prepare this statement, you're going to assign it to the PST, then you're going to set the values, first parameter, second parameter you're going to set, then you are going to execute this query, right? Then you're going to store it into the row. See, it will print the number of rows updated successfully. Okay, now I'll execute this. See, second operation. When I'm going to run this, see, enter your choice you're going to give. You're going to give 2. See, enter the USN MCA 02 I'll give. Our name is Kumar is there. I'll write Sumit Kumar. Right? See, now I'll just check in the database whether the updation operation has been performed on the database or not. You just check this. See here. First it was Kumar, now it is been Sumit Kumar. Okay. Now you perform the third operation. What is the third operation? See, the third operation is that you are going to delete a record, right? You're going to delete a record based on the USN, because the USN is the primary key here, no? Right? Here you just see, I'll take this part of the code and I'll paste it here. See, so this is a default case here. See, I'll take the third case. What is this third case? Here you just check it here. Here you're going to enter the USN, you're going to store that USN. Here you're going to create a string object. So you write the query here, delete from the student where USN question mark, right? It is a parameterized query. Then you're going to create the connection prepared statement or prepared object within the, that is step 4. Sorry, step 3. Then in step 4 and 5, you are going to process, you are going to execute the query and you're storing it into the result set object, right? That is the 4th and 5th step. Then use this, you're going to execute the query. Then after executing the query, number of results is updated. It is going to return the number of rows got affected. Then if you're going to store it in R, if R is greater than 0, record updated successfully, else unsuccessful, right? Now you just check it here. Now based on the USN, you're going to delete here. Now see, now I'm going to execute this query program. So now I'm going to perform the third operation, delete operation. Now enter the USN MCA01. I'm going to enter, right? Then record deleted successfully, right? You're going to get it. Now you just check it that whether it is been updated or not. See here I have Divakar here. So when I refresh this page, see here that name is been deleted here, right? Now the deletion operation is being performed successfully. So this is about the case 4, right? What is this case for? Say you have to print the name, you have to print the name, USN, branch and average marks, right? So what I am going to do, I am going to create one create statement, that is step 3, right? Then I'm assigning it to the ST interface, that is a statement interface, right? I'm going to create a statement object, and fourth and fifth step, I'm going to execute this query and process the result. What is the process I'm going to result? So I'm going to process the result. I'm going to print the first row, second row, third row, right? I'm going to print the entire row, right? So that rs dot next will point to the first row in the table, right? Now I'll just see here, I'll execute this query. Now I'll enter the choice 4, right? You're able to see this, the data in the database. You're able to display the data. Here you just see name, USN, branch and average marks. You're able to see this, right? This is about the case 4. I have one more case 5 here. What is this case 5? Again, what you have to do is a search operation. That is name, USN, branch and average marks. So you have to select star from student where average is greater than 60%. First you're going to create the statement object, you're assigning it to the ST. Then you're going to execute this query, right? And you're going to store it in a RS object, right? Then you're going to process this result. What is this result? You are going to select only the rows whose average is greater than 60%, right? And the default case is the break. See, if I'm going to give other than this, so you're going to see, I'm going to give this choice, I'm going to come out of the infinite loop, right? So this is about the 10th program in the lab.